Welcome, cooks, to our very first Aldi chef. We are taking a recipe directly off of the Aldi playbook. We are going to make their peanut chicken with rice. What is interesting about our Aldi chef is we are using as much ingredients and as much Aldi equipment as we can to make us some food, right? So welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. It's time for Aldi Chef. So as Eric says, this is our rules of engagement for the Aldi chef. So we're using as much Aldi food and as much Aldi equipment as I can get my hands on. There could be an occasion where I need something like today. We're going to be grating these carrots and I don't have a grater from Aldi, so I have to use my grater. We're going to be using Aldi broccoli, Aldi peppers, cucumbers, jasmine rice, peanuts, peanut butter, even some Aldi hot sauce. And we're going to be making peanut chicken with rice. This recipe is on their website. They have a full slew of recipes on their website, so I will link this to the recipe if you want to make it. So we need to do a little prep. So let me get the produce out of the bags and wash it, and then we'll do a little prep.
The Aldi cutting board is there. Your knives are over there.
Aldi cutting board, Aldi knives.
Thank you, Mark.
So let me go wash this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to do our chopping, and the very first thing is I have these Aldi knives. These were from my friend Mark. Thank you, because I missed out on that.
We did a trade.
Yeah. So sometimes you'll notice things come and go in the Aldi finds, the aisle of shame, so fast that you better get it because you don't know when it's going to come back. And so that's the situation we're in. There's things that we want to cook and we want to say, oh, this is going to be 100% Aldi. But I don't know if that totally will be the case at all times because I might not be able to get the stuff. So this is an Aldi red onion or purple onion, if that's what you call it. These are not Aldi balls here. I'm wondering about this cutting board because I have some cutting boards that I really like that don't really show the knife marks. This one, I have this feeling that we're going to get knife marks on it pretty quick. It was like $3.99. So we need slice onion, pretty sharp knife. One thing I can see about this knife is because this knife is wooden handle, we're going to have to do something about this because it's not finished. So if I wash it 2 or 3 times, it's literally going to get little splinters.
So we'll just hit it with some mineral oil.
Yeah. If they had a version that had maybe a plasticized handle, that would probably be a better version to get because when you're dealing with really inexpensive knives and it has a wooden handle, they're usually not finished or not finished well. So it's better if you're going for the inexpensive knives to try to get a handle that's not wood because either that or you're going to have to do a little maintenance on it, like immediately. They cut pretty good. Very strong Aldi onion. So let me go put a saran wrap on this so I don't burn my eyes up.
And it's not Aldi saran wrap.
No. Okay, so we got some broccoli here. We have a head of Aldi broccoli. And when you get these, you might have to trim this a little bit if you want to keep the stems on, because you want a fresh cut on there. If you don't want the stems on, if you do like me, I don't keep a lot of the stems on there. So I just cut them in florets. So first you're going to break them all off of here. to start to make your life a little easier dealing with these. I love broccoli. Sorry for the non-broccoli eaters, but I love it. You could substitute it if you don't like broccoli. If you like cauliflower, substitute it with that. So we have my fault here. So we have these florets. You want them kind of bite size, because this is like a chicken, rice, and vegetable dish. So you want to be able to fork them. So I'm not going to leave them in full florets. You could if you wanted to. There's quite a bit of broccoli, so we're going to have a nice veggie-filled dish. Let me go rinse this board off. And this is a cucumber. I cut the ends off. So it says slice these into, and I'm going to do this. It wants strips. So if I cut like this, planks, then I can cut them into strips. Well, really, I'm going to have that. The seed. This is a way for me to cut out the seed. Wow, this knife. The handle's not too comfortable. Would you guys be upset if, for my own comfort, if I use my own knife and not an Aldi knife? We could just say Amy's got the Aldi knife, but she's using her own knife.
Well, what was wrong with that last knife you used?
One of the things I know about this knife is there's not a lot of room here, so my knuckles hit the my knuckles hit the board, because the way it's cut, there's no, see where my knuckles are? You probably can't see them, but my knuckles are hitting the board.
So you would need to have your knuckles over the countertop and not on the board itself. Seriously, you need that extra inch.
Oh no. I don't know if that's my flavor. Is it cheating if I say it'll be everything but the knife? The problem is I have some really great knives, and it's really hard for me to go.
Boo. This is Aldi Chef. This isn't Hinkle Chef or something.
Yeah. I got a really nice Zwillig rocking Santoku. It's a beautiful knife. Would I be in violation if I did that?
Well, I think
Of the Aldi Chef creed?
you're supposed to use as many of the products as you can. And unfortunately, we successfully traded for these knives. So it's not that you don't have them.
Well, I also want to cook comfortably, so...
I don't know. If we have a dumpster fire tonight and these magically found their way into the fire, would that be acceptable?
No. Cucumber. Now we're going for the bell. Got to cut these in strips. These are easier for me to cut in strips than the cucumber. And I'll finish cutting those other peppers. Peanut, chicken, and rice. You need chicken, right? We got all these chicken for our peanut, chicken, and rice. And I have to be the first to say that I tried all these like house brand of chicken. I don't know what that is. And I didn't like it. It was like mealy.
It was like the cheaper stuff, I think. This is more expensive.
This is like labeled, oh yes, or something. I don't think that's what it's called, but something to that effect. So we're just going to cut the chicken like this. The Aldi oh yes chicken.
Well, it comes in a clamshell.
And it's supposedly, I love how they always say, like, it's hormone free, right? Well, all chicken, I think, has to be hormone free.
It's called Never Any.
Never Any. Where did I get oh yes from?
I don't know.
So we're just cutting them in strips. These are going to be like pretty big pieces in there. So cut them to your specific desire. There's usually a piece of gristle in here that I get out of there because I don't want to eat that. They are trimmed pretty nicely. They're trimmed a lot nicer than like the regular grocery store, what used to be $1.99 a pound, which is like 3-something now a pound. They're trimmed a lot nicer. There used to be a bunch of junk on those, and these are definitely trimmed better. Not to say that that would save you money, since the price of these are significantly higher.
Yeah, it's just cheaper to get the cheap junk and do it yourself.
Trim it off, right?
Yeah.
So it's time to cook. So now we're going to make the rice, and I have some Aldi Jasmine rice. Ordinarily, I would either use a rice cooker, Instant Pot, or a saucepan. I don't have an Aldi saucepan, so we're going to use this Awesome Pot, right? This was their dupe of their Always pan. This is what I have to use, so this is what we're going to use. I do have an Aldi cast iron, but it's down in the studio kitchen, and
I only have one Awesome Pan because we had to trade one away with us. We wanted to remind. Thank you, Mark.
So I'm going to put 2 cups of rice in here. And let me go over to the sink. This is how I do my rice. So I put my rice into a strainer, just like this. And I have a certain strainer that I use because it has a certain here. So this is not Aldi. This is not Aldi, right? So let me go over and rinse, and get all that extra, off of it. Okay, so it's time to cook the rice. I'm going to go ahead and find my cup here. I'm going to turn my stove on, and I'm going to I have the rice here that I rinsed. I'm going to go ahead and put some water in here. I'm going to go ahead and put our rice in here. Nothing like cooking your own food. I'm going to put a dab of salt. And we're going to go ahead and let this come up to a boil. Okay, so I'm going to put a lid on this and turn this way down. And so this rice can steam, and now let's make the sauce. Okay, so now we're going to make the sauce. So I have a half a cup of peanut butter. This is Aldi peanut butter. With my Aldi scraper. I have a lime here, and this is not an Aldi zester because I don't have one. So I'm just going to zest this lime up. This is just going to be like a garnish on the top of the dish. Give you a little lime. Give you a little burst of lime there. And we're going to go ahead and put the zest in here. I got a little in there. And we will need some lime juice. So we're going to be using that. So I need 3 cloves of garlic. So I'm going to be just using a garlic press. I don't have an Aldi garlic press. So this is a non-Aldi, another non-Aldi tool.
And own up on the garlic too, it's non-Aldi.
Oh, the garlic's not Aldi, because I only eat garlic that I knew was grown in the U.S. And the ones that they have the root completely cut off, so I know they're not grown in the US, so I don't buy it. Just a fact. I will do Aldi Chef, but I'm only going to go so far. So I'm going to go ahead and put our lime juice in here. I'm just combining everything. So I'm putting this in here over the peanut butter. So my peanut butter has a lime flavored peanut butter. How you like that with a lime flavored peanut butter?
I've never had it before.
You can have it right now. So we went 3 tablespoons of milk. I guess that's 3 tablespoons. We're going to do a tablespoon of hot sauce. This is Aldi's hot sauce. I've never had it before.
The last ingredient is Friendly Farms almond milk, since Amy can't have real milk.
Really? A whole tablespoon of this? Okay, Aldi. Might not be too hot sauce. We got a tablespoon of soy sauce, and I got some Aldi soy sauce here. Soy sauce. Wow!
That's probably a tablespoon.
That's probably a tablespoon. So I have a tablespoon of honey going down into the pan. Yum, yum.
You want to fess up on the honey?
Is that Aldi honey? Aldi does have honey.
But we also got tons of non-Aldi honey.
And we like local honey, so that's what we're using. I'm not compromising here. So we're using an Aldi fry pan. So I don't have a saucepan. I will eventually, but I don't have one now, so we're using this Aldi fry pan. It was very inexpensive. It's very lightweight.
Well, we're open for trades. I don't think we're going to trade the Hobart for an Aldi.
I got some cinnamon and some red pepper flakes. And we're going to be putting some water in this sauce. I'm going to turn my rice off here, because I think it's almost done. That looks kind of good. Water. So we're going to heat this and let it come up till it's bubbling, and it's going to reduce a little bit. I guess it'll slightly thicken. So that looks pretty good. So we're going to turn this off and we're going to set this aside. Time to cook the chicken. So I have this Aldi saute pan. We got this on the last Aldi haul. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put some avocado oil in here. This is Aldi avocado oil. Surprise, surprise, right? So we're going to put our chicken in here. They don't say anything about seasoning the chicken, and that's not really how I roll. So I'm going to go ahead and put at least some salt and pepper on here.
Aldi salt. Pepper unknown.
And I'm using my Aldi scraper here to stir it up. So far I'm giving me a C on my Aldi usage because I do have some mixing bowls from Aldi and I totally forgot to bring those. So those will be on the next one. We're going to brown this up, and when it's done, we're going to take it out. Okay, so I'm just going to take this chicken out. I'm going to try to with this. I don't have like a spatula or anything.
Gotta keep it Aldi.
Trying to keep it Aldi. Anyway. Right down the side of my pan.
The towel is not Aldi.
Okay, stove back on. I'm gonna put the avocado, some more avocado oil in here. A lot of that went out with the chicken. I'm gonna put our red onions. These are the ones we sliced. These are Aldi red onions.
Ding ding.
Ding dang.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
Whew. Those onions are right. It says throw them in, all this stuff in here at once, but I like to cook things a little different than that, so I'm going to do it the way I do it. I'm going to let these go a little bit, because onions seem to need a little time by themselves. So we're just going to let them soften a little bit. I have quite a bit of red onion. I think my red onion was big. Pan's doing decently. It does cook a little fast. So we have some very nicely shredded carrot or grated carrot.
We took 8 baby carrots, and that equals 2.5 ounces for a large carrot.
Aldi baby carrots. But we didn't have a grater for the...
So carrots thumb up, grater thumb down.
And I'm going to go ahead and put our bell peppers in here, because these are going to take a little bit to soften. Put a little bit more oil in there. Put a little bit more oil in there. Put the broccoli in there. So the recipe doesn't say anything about putting a lid on. Whoops! But I think I need to put a lid on so I can get this broccoli to steam. Ooh. And our last veggie in here. 1/4 cup of Aldi peas. Whoop! 1/4 cup or so. We're gonna go ahead. Just peas don't take too long to cook. They only take minutes. So it's time to return the chicken. Chicken. Wow, this looks nice. Looks very, very nice. And our peanut sauce. Ooh. It's actually a really good consistency. I was worried it was gonna glop up.
And the non-stickiness of these Aldi pans actually worked out so far, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's our peanut chicken. Need to let this sauce come up to heat a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take our cucumber. The cucumber you really aren't going to cook. It's just going to come in here, stir it in, and get coated. And then you'll have that like sort of cooler, fresher bite on it at the end. So let me get some plates out and we can plate it up and give it a try. So thank you for joining me for our very first full-on Aldi Chef video. We're going to go ahead and get our beautiful rice here. That's our beautiful rice. Turned out marvelous. And I'm going to be extra, of course. I'm going to take the rice, put it into a cup like this. Drop it on the plate. Didn't totally stay together.
Getting close.
But it was a nice try, huh? Now we have our peanut chicken. I don't know if maybe the broccoli got slightly overcooked because all this time I spent doing everything. Looks kind of yummy.
That's one way to eat your vegetables, huh?
If you're gonna eat vegetables, you might as well eat them yummy. Right? It looks kind of tasty. Okay, a little bit of lemon zest on the top. Now we have some Aldi peanuts. We're gonna go ahead and throw them on the top. Don't know if this quite looks chef-worthy, but it's pretty good for a beginner. Okay, we got a plate here for Boo.
Thank you, Boo Boo, for all your hard work.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna try to do this whole scoop thing again.
It's fragrant smelling. I think
Yeah.
it's because of that zest and all that.
Yeah. It's not coming out. It's all good.
The chicken's flavorful.
We got chicken, bell peppers. I'm just smashing mine on through.
I'm not a fan of broccoli, but this isn't bad at all.
You're not a fan of broccoli, but this isn't bad at all?
I eat this.
Did you hear that? Peeps. Cooking peeps. Okay, let me taste. Aldi chef. Okay, let me taste. Aldi chef. Looks pretty tasty. I think this is Chef Alicia on the Aldi website. Really tasty. Really tasty.
The sauce is good.
A lot of flavor. Peanut sauce is, you know, it has a different flavor, but it's really good.
Yeah, who would have known peanut sauce and soy sauce, or peanut butter and soy sauce and other stuff and all go together, but they do.
Very tasty. The vegetables are still crisp, tender. Really good. Try this recipe out. I'll link it. Oh, I didn't put my lemon zest on it, my lime zest.
Yeah, you put on mine.
I didn't put my peanuts on there, see?
Yeah, the peanuts and the peas go really well together.
Let's see if there's different. It gives it a little crunch.
Oh, there's a lot of crunch with the peanuts.
And the zest really brings in that lime flavor. Very good. Tasty. So I think our first Aldi chef was a success. I hope you enjoy this.